I sold this Coleman kerosene lantern on eBay for $1,000, and I'm gonna package it and I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. So, never shipped one of these before, but it appears to be pretty fragile. We have some glass right there, and we have a box that may look really big for this little lantern, but in reality, it might actually be too small. So we're gonna take this thing apart, bubble wrap each individual piece, tape it all together, and toss it in here. So each one of these lanterns, now I purchased a lot of these lanterns, about 120 of them, and I'm gonna be having to do this a lot. This is the first one I'm packing. Of course, one of the most expensive, I believe, most expensive ones that I sold, sold. So we are going to unscrew this little top right here. Oh my gosh, okay, there we go. Got the top unscrewed. This slides right off. Then we wanna take the glass globe, is what it's called, out. So there we go. Globe is out. We do not want to break it. And then we have the lantern itself. Kind of good. So what I want to do is bubble wrap each piece individually. So the lantern is the one that I want to pay most attention to, or not the lantern, the globe. Sorry, the globe is what I want to pay most attention to. So what I need to do is bubble wrap the heck out of it. So I'm going to fill it with bubble wrap. Now I buy my bubble wrap from American Bubble Boy, and I'm not sponsored by them. I don't have a discount code or anything like that, but they just ship it real fast. It's always the same quality, so I just like to purchase from American Bubble Boy. So there we go. We'll stuff up the globe like so, and then I want to wrap a bunch around it. So I'm doing this right on my kitchen counter. Not really the best spot, but it's where I have all these lanterns at the moment, because I just picked them up the other day. So I have not even got around to listing them all, cleaning them all, or anything like that. So we're making do with what we got. So I'm just gonna wrap this sucker up, and I'm definitely gonna need a bigger box when all is said and done. So we do not want this thing to crack at all. A few rolls should be good. That seems to be pretty solid. I'm gonna pop a piece of tape on it. And there we go. Should be good. I could try and tape the top and the bottom closed, which I think I'm gonna do real quick. Piece up here. There we go. We got that top closed. We'll do the same on this side. All right, so that's pretty solid. Should be fine. If we just drop it in the box, yeah, I don't believe it's gonna have any issue. I might put a little bit more packing around it. We're gonna probably end up double boxing this, so I may need to grab a bigger box, but for now, let's just do it like this. I'm gonna bubble wrap up the top of the lantern. And this won't need as much bubble wrap because it's metal, but again, it's $1,000. We still don't want it to get more damaged in transit. It's an older lantern, as you can tell. It does have some wear on it, but we don't want it to be, you know, don't want the shipping on this to be too crazy. So I like to just use 1, 2, and 3. And I highly recommend getting a tape gun. I'm actually a little low on tape on this roll, but I buy my tape in bulk. I just buy it on eBay. I might even have a link for that in the description. And there we go. We have the top all done. Top can just sit right in there. And then we have our lantern itself. We could take it. Oh, it'll actually fit really nicely in there, probably bubble wrapped. So I'm going to take off my little post-it note right here. I just have this on every single one of the listings because I have so many of these. Each one I'm listing, I'm just putting a number on it, and then I'm adding this number to the eBay listing so I know which one is which when they sell, because a lot of them look exactly the same. So now we're gonna bubble wrap this thing up. I think I'm gonna put a little bit on the inside there just to protect whatever pieces those are. I really don't know. Like I said, I've never messed with these before, so don't really know what everything is called at the moment. I'm still doing lots of research on them. I'm gonna become quite proficient in Coleman lanterns and all lanterns, because I don't only have Colemans, I have a little bit of everything at the moment. And that's going to be fun because then I'll know what to pick up without having to look anything up on my phone. So there we go. Internals, pretty protected. Now the externals. And for the cheaper lanterns, I probably won't go as drastic because if it breaks in shipment, I mean, very cheap. I have some lanterns that are only worth, you know, about 30 bucks. If I don't think it'll break in shipment, but you know, it shouldn't have any issues. At least it's not $1,000. So we're just gonna keep folding this over and over a couple more times. And I do it the long way like this because I could just tape the edges closed together. So I'll fold it over one more time. And I have some cards here that I was gonna send for grading. These need to go over there. So we're gonna rip that, tape it up. This is just a recycled box I'm using also, and should be fine, shouldn't have any issues. So there we go. Slide it so it's centered. Tape up these edges. There's one. There's two, and now because of all this bubble wrap, it might not fit in the box. Hopefully it does. All right, there we go. So just slide it on in there and it fits beautifully. This, the globe fits really nicely as well. It's not super snug. There is space in between them, space in between the wall here. I might actually put a little more bubble wrap around it so it doesn't bounce up and down against the box itself. I definitely do not want that glass to break at all. So we're just gonna, you know, do this, take it, stick it in there like so, wrap it up a little bit. There we go. It's not so snug to where I'm worried about some pressure popping it, because that is the last thing I want. And I'm not really so worried about pressure because I'm going to double box this. I'll show you guys what I mean by that after we get it all bubble wrapped. So a few more pieces of bubble wrap in here to fill the gaps. Now I do use packing paper a lot of the time, but because I'm being very careful with this, I'm not going to use packing paper. I'd rather have bubbles take up the space. It's a lot softer, and packing paper could be a little rough on this sensitive item. So that looks good. We'll shove a little bit more in here. And that appears to be nice. Now I'll lay one more little piece on the top there. There we go. Nice and snug. I don't want the box to be too snug because it can pop that glass again. So we'll take it, do one piece, two pieces, and I'm out of tape. Got to get a new roll. All right, new roll is on. Go, I just taped over the paper right there. I'm just gonna make sure nice and secure. Again, this box doesn't matter so much because it's gonna be inside of another box. In reality, I probably could ship it like this and not worry. And I'm sure you have all seen it, and I just saw it. The top, the little top piece. So what I can do, stick it right on here since it's going inside of another box. And hopefully when he opens it, he will see it right there. You won't be able to miss it, so that's good. That works. You don't have to reopen it if you double box it. So we now can't ship it like this. Let's go grab a bigger box. All right, so what I have here is a Home Depot large box, and it should be good to go. It costs a couple bucks, nothing too bad. We'll take our other box and see if it fits nicely. It should fit snug, not too snug. There's some space because we're gonna bubble wrap this box as well. And then I'll probably put the void paper on the sides We don't want this box bouncing around too much, so let me just get a few pieces of bubble wrap around it so it's nice and comfy in there. Now it really doesn't need too many pieces. Now if I had some packing peanuts, that might even be better, but I don't have any at the moment. So bubble wrap will do. We'll do one there, and then we'll do one going the other way. All right. It's not the best shipping station, but it is getting the job done, and that's all that matters. You guys can see the raw, real footage here. So there it goes. That shouldn't have any issues now. Nice and safe on all sides. Once we fill that in with, you know, I might have some big bubbles I could fill in right there. If I don't, packing paper will do, and then I'll cut it down to size. So I didn't have to worry about packing paper because I have this massive, very dense bubble wrap that will unfold. I forgot I had this. I save a lot of my packing material, and this is gonna be great. We're just gonna unfold it, shove it in there, and make sure that's not moving anywhere. All right, that should not be going anywhere. What I'm going to do is just cut it down to size. It'll make the top a little more supported, and it won't have any of this extra room in here because I'm gonna just overlay all the cardboard on there, and then it should not have any issues in transit. All right, fold over those two ends, and then the sides, just cut. I'm just using a tiny little knife here. Not cutting all the way through, just a little bit. There we go. Now the other side for maximum support. Bubble wrap in there. There we go. Now that is nice and secure. I'm gonna tape it all up. See how much this bad boy is going to cost to ship. And there you have it. Looks good. Nothing's getting broken in that at all. It's got lots of protection. 2 boxes. This is going to ship. I need to weigh it up, and hopefully it's not $50. We'll see. So now I have to measure the box, get the exact dimensions for it, and away we go at about 9 pounds. Let's do it. All right, we have our handy dandy measuring tape, and we're looking at about 27. Make sure it's a little bigger. It's about 28 right there. So we'll go with 28. All right, so after measuring it, we are at 28 by 17 by 13. Let's go get the price. Oh, I'm nervous. All right, taking a look at eBay here, it looks like our best bet would be FedEx home delivery at about $33.57. But I don't like shipping things FedEx. I've always had issues. I think I'm gonna pay up a little bit. It's not too much more, and go with UPS ground for $37.42. And since it's over $1,000, you are required to add signature confirmation, which I am okay with. So the grand total is $42.97. Let's purchase up that shipping label. We have a winter storm coming, so this has to be dropped off ASAP. It is slapped on here. I'm gonna go drop it off at UPS, and $1,000 later, we'll be happy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.